How to graph an absolute value? First step is identify the vertex. What is the vertex? In an absolute value graph, the vertex is the pointed part of the graph. Now, if A is positive, which is in front of the absolute value symbol, then you will have a graph which is open up. Now, if A is negative, then it will be opens upside down. So let's have an example. So we have here our example. The vertex for this is 3 and 4. Notice it is a negative in the formula. So if this is negative, meaning your H is positive and your K is also positive. Here, the vertex here, it is positive 2, wherein the formula is negative, meaning if you substitute a negative number, then it will result to a positive in between the X and the H. So meaning this will be a negative, and K is here is also negative. So our vertex here is 3, 4, and here our vertex is negative 2, negative 5. Then the next step is make a T-chart. Choose a number before or after. It should be N, not or. And after the x-coordinate of the vertex in the number line. Now, for step 2, so this is our step 1. Step 1. For step 2, we need to make a T-chart. So this is your X, this is your Y. Now, for the number line, if your H is 3, before 3 is 2, and after 3 is 4. So we will use these 3 numbers. And we know that if H is 3, the Y is 4. Now here, we will do the T-chart. So X, Y. Then we have the number line. Your H is negative 2. So negative 2. This will be negative 3. This is negative 1. So we have negative 3, negative 2, and negative 1. Now we know if H is negative 2, then the Y will be negative 5. Then for our step 3, substitute the result in step 2 to the given equation. So we will substitute these two numbers in our original equation. So that will be step 3. So Y is equal to 2 parenthesis X, which is equal to 2 minus 3 plus 4. Now, this will be equal to 2. 2 minus 3 is negative 1 plus 4. But absolute value of a negative number is still positive. So, 2 multiplied by 1 is 2 plus 4 is 6. So, this is our Y. Then, for the X is equal to 4, since we have the same distance between the vertex, then whatever this number should be the same thing with the X is equal to 4. So here for step 3, we have the formula Y is negative, absolute value X plus 2 minus 5. We will substitute negative 3. Negative 3 plus 2 minus 5. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. But absolute value of negative 1 is positive 1. But since there's a negative outside, so negative multiplied by positive 1 will be negative 1. Plus negative 5 will be equal to negative 6. So meaning this will be negative 6. Since they have the same steps, one step away from the vertex and one step away from the vertex also here, then we will have the same absolute the Y. Because here, if we have the same step, for example, this one, if this is the same step, if this is X, and this is also X, is the same step, then they will have the same Y value. Then let's do step number 4. Step number 4, we need to graph. So we will graph the points that we solve the result for step 2. So let's do our x-axis and our y-axis. So we have axis 2, so 1, 2, 3, and this is 4, and y is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 4, this is 6. So if x is 2, y is 4. So x is 2, the y is 4. Then if x is 4, or x is 3, y is, oh no, sorry. If x is equal to 2, y is 6. Sorry for that. Then if x is 3, y is 4. Then if x is 4, y is 6. So therefore, this is our absolute value. The graph of our absolute value is this. Now, compared to the parabola, this is a sharp pointed edge here. For the parabola, it's a smooth curve. Then for this one, let's draw our graph. So we have -3, -1, so -1, -2, -3, and when the -6, -5, and -6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and -6. So if x is -3, y is -6. It's kind of crooked. Then if x is -2, y is -5. Then is x -1, y is -6. So your graph will be this. It's kind of crooked the way I do it. So it is upside down because it's a negative a. So this is how you graph the absolute value. Let's review. So first is you need to identify the vertex, which is the h and the k. And then make a t-chart. Choose the number before and after the x-coordinate of the vertex in the number line. Then substitute the result in step 2 to the given equation. And last is you can start graphing.